My name is Janet Batsleer and I'm the Principal Lecturer here at Manchester Metropolitan University in the Youth and Community Work section. And one of the things I'm learning more and more about is the importance of welcome. In many societies, welcome is an elaborate and complex ritual that we've lost the practice of, and it's been replaced in neoliberal times by meet and greet. One of the many boxes that you may find yourselves having to tick in terms of your practice in building relationships with people. So somewhere between the elaborate welcome of traditional societies and the meet and greet that we get to do routinely, the have a nice day that we get to do routinely, you are indeed very welcome to gather here to think about, reflect on, agitate about the future for democratic education practiced in informal settings through youth work. We are in a space that I think is a really interesting space just now, today, here at the university, because we haven't been authorised here. It's an unauthorised space. And an unauthorised space is a very interesting and potentially very creative place to be together. So we need to search and listen for that creativity during our time and our meeting. It's not been authorised in relation to any targets of mine or of yours, and it hasn't been authorised either by any agenda that's governed by public policy, as far as I'm aware. It is here because the university is here and still represents some kind of space for free inquiry, and that's very precious, and I hope people will notice the attacks on universities that are happening as we meet, and think about the kinds of networks and alliances that we can be part of as we imagine a future for critical democratic practices in education. Last week I was with a man who ran a very democratic, very alternative comprehensive school called Countersthorpe in Leicestershire back in the 80s. And he's talking again about what is a prefigurative form. What kind of practices can we do in the here and now that help us to imagine in a really deep, profound way a very different kind of society, a very different way of organising relationships between the old and the young that isn't rooted in the market, isn't rooted in the drive, the relentless drive for profitability. So that's the context that I believe we're meeting in, a kind of day off from the relentlessness of neoliberal education, a space in which we've got the opportunity to be creative together, to imagine together a different way of practicing and a different way of relating to one another and with young people. So you are very welcome. I do hope that we'll keep our distance, if you like, from the policy agenda today and give ourselves room to breathe, and that we'll finish the day in a spirit of hope and with some optimism about ways forward out of this very precious tradition of democratic youth work that people are here to defend. Thank you.